Hi, it's Teemu. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. Hope you're all doing really well and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another preview video. Norwich City go away to Reading, what will be another really tough game. But Norwich City are doing really well at the moment, top of the table despite so many injuries. The vibes around Norwich City are really good and I hope you're really good as well. And in this video, going to be going through Daniel Farke's press conference and update on that injury list, because at one point that injury list was really long. It was as long as, I don't know, Peter Crouch. It was really long, wasn't it? Yeah, and we're going through the two teams, Reading and Norwich as well. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and let's get into it. So let's start with Daniel Farke's press conference. Will Tim Krul, will Lucas Rupp be available for the Reading game? Nope. Lucas Rupp and Tim Krul, this game probably comes too soon for them. They might be in contention for the Cardiff game on Saturday at Carrow Road, which will be really good. Obviously, with the lockdown news and London moving back into Tier 3, it's great that Norwich City can still have fans in the ground, which will be really important, you know, as a revenue stream. But so that's there. In regards to other players, Todd Cantwell, Kenny McLean, Jordan Hugel are all fit. Probably not quite ready for 90 minutes, but they're all fit. And Kieran Dowell's getting really close to kind of, you know, being in the team now and starting. And Kieran Dowell, of course, had that injury in the second game of the season, but I think he's someone who's really exciting. Could do really well in that number 10 role and kind of take on the mantle of someone like Marco Stiepermann. And that's kind of it with the injury news. Pochetta and Ben Gibson going to be back on Boxing Day. And also Ono Hernandez and Javi Quintilla. No time frame yet, but they'll probably be more likely return to Norwich in January. So that's Daniel Farke's press conference. This is the predicted XI and the team I would like to see Norwich play against Reading. Of course, Michael McGovern in goal. And McGovern still hasn't got his clean sheet yet. Norwich City have been conceding pretty much one goal in every single game, bar the Luton one. But McGovern made a brilliant save early on against Blackburn, and that was a vital save. Blackburn were probably our toughest test this season, although Blackburn are in mid-table. I thought that was our biggest win of the season, and Blackburn played unbelievably well in that game. So Michael McGovern's save was crucial, and yeah, he definitely does a job for Norwich. Back four, Sorensen, Grant Hanley, Christoph Zimmerman and Max Aarons. Max Aarons again showing he's class above. And Jakob Sorensen as well got into Team of the Week for his performance against Blackburn. And Jakob Sorensen had an excellent game. And considering that's his unnatural position, he impresses me more and more. And the back line of Hanley and Zimmerman did really well as well. In terms of the two defensive midfielders, I would continue with Skip and Oliver Skip, as you can see on screen. Skip and Teti have been really reliable this season, and Teti managed to get an assist. He's like a fine wine, isn't he, Alex Teti? He just gets better and better and better with age. And I'm really, really impressed by him. In terms of the attacking players, I would keep the same team as what we played against Blackburn. Josh Martin, Mario Rancic, and Emi Buendia. Emi Buendia, 4 goals, 5 assists. He's been absolutely terrific. I think Emi Buendia is second on the list in terms of assists, which just shows his quality, and he's created the most chances in the league. And some would even argue Emi Buendia hasn't quite been at it, but yet still is, you know, second best in terms of assists, most chances created. He's a gifted player, and let's hope we can keep him, because it could be a very long January transfer window. Not as long as Peter Crouch, but maybe even longer than him. Mario Rancic through the middle. Didn't have his best game against Blackburn and probably better in that deeper role, but he's full of quality. And yeah, he could unlock the Reading defence, because it will be a difficult game. And Josh Martin as well. I've been impressed with Josh Martin. He looks really good. Sometimes you just feel like you want to see him maybe take a shot a little sooner. But yeah, Josh Martin's really one for the future, and I'm really excited to see what he can do in a Norwich City shirt. And up front, Teemu Pukki. Pukki's on fire. He's in absolutely incredible form. In terms of the last 4 away games Teemu Pukki's played, he scored 7 goals. 7 goals in 4 away games. That is so impressive. I think Pukki's 9th in terms of, Pukki scored 9 championship goals, which is, I think he's the 4th top scorer in the championship. But in terms of those last 4 away games, scored 2 goals against Bristol City, which was a really tough away game. Scored the penalty against Middlesbrough, then scored 2 goals against Stoke away from home, which was a terrific win. And then obviously he had that weak injury, which meant he couldn't play in the Luton game, which we lost 3-1. And then he came for the away game against Blackburn and scored 2 goals. And Pukki's not quite been effective at Carrow Road, but away from home he's been absolutely fantastic. And he's probably got a little bit more room to run into. And I think playing from home maybe suits his game. But Pukki's been in absolutely electric form. And yeah, that's the team I would play against Blackburn. In terms of The Reading team, Reading have been hugely impressive this season. They're sitting the playoffs, and it's going to be another tricky game for Norwich. Reading started the season unbelievably well as well, didn't they? I think they won their first 6 or 7 games. They're a really good form, and then they had a little bit of a dip. But in terms of their last 5 results, they're coming back into it. They've got 10 points from their last 5 games, which is the same as Norwich. And that's averaging 2 points a game. So Reading are kind of hitting form again, and they've got some very dangerous players. The third top scorer in the Championship is Lucas Yao, who of course plays for Reading. Really, really good player. And Reading have played some really good attacking football. They look lively in the box. And they are another team who like to attack. So it could be a very similar game to Blackburn, which will be great, because I've been a little bit bored of teams coming to Carrow Road and parking the bus. We've seen it on many occasions. But no, full respects to Reading, really good team. It's going to be a really tough game. And Norwich against Blackburn was absolutely fantastic, weren't we? Really, really good. And it gives you a lot of confidence going forward with Norwich City. And Teemu Pukki was, as I spoke about earlier on in the video, hugely influential in that win. 2 fantastic goals, particularly the second goal as well. The way he quickly changes his body, it's just majestic, isn't it? And Pukki's been excellent. So going ahead into this game against Reading, it's going to be a tough one, but I've got no doubt Norwich City can do really well in it. They look like a team who are really, really improving and growing as well. And talking about that character as well, they've had so many obstacles kind of thrown at them this season. Many, many obstacles, but they've managed to overcome it. And interestingly as well, a lot of those games have been by 1-goal margins. A lot of teams, I'm sure, are going to go down the luck route, but I don't think it really is luck. It just shows character and good game management. I think 10 of our 11 wins have been by a 1-goal margin, which obviously shows that we're only winning by 1 goal, but we're playing some really good stuff, which is really good to see. Daniel Farke deserves an enormous amount of credit as well, because the injury list has been ever growing, and he's managed to put players in, and they've just done a really good job. And in this game against Blackburn, obviously that was on Saturday, we had lots of tests, we had lots of difficult tests. Blackburn were excellent. Harvey Elliott on the right wing was superb, but look, Jakob Sorensen comes in and does remarkably well. Lots of players come in and just do a really good job, and it reminds me of the 18-19 season where we had a few injuries, but players would come in and do the job and do really well. So in terms of score prediction for this game, I think it's going to be another really entertaining game. Reading like to attack and kind of create lots of chances, but so do Norwich as well. So it's going to be a really good game, but I'm going to back a 2-1 Norwich City victory. I think this Norwich City team just find a way, and full credit for Daniel Farke, as I said, for changing the mentality of this squad around. It's been absolutely terrific. And long live Norwich. I think that's the words to say. And yeah, it'll be a really interesting game. So that's Norwich playing away at Reading Wednesday 7:45. Can Norwich City continue their run at the top of the table, or will they come unstuck against Reading? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you are new to Norwich City Central, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Had lots of support over the weekend as Norwich City beat Blackburn 2-1, so thank you for that. And yes, if you are new, please do hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. As I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Stay well, stay safe, Canaries, and I'll see you later.